Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Nicole15 here with Wasteland Zombies, and I usually don't do this type of thing. I usually don't freak out over DLC leaks, because they're usually fake. Like, when that orientation thing came out, it was bullshit, and I didn't do a video about it because it's a waste of time and it's pointless. This, on the other hand, is serious shit. This is not just a leaked image. This one image you're looking at right now leads us to tons more information. This is a leaked screenshot of a loading screen of the supposed next DLC called Bridging the Gap, also called The Hedge, and Der Kammer, which translates to the chamber in German. But one thing I do want to point out, that's the only thing I find very suspicious about this, is that I believe that it would be Die Kammer if it was supposed to be like that, but whatever. I'm not going to super question that because there's a lot here. Okay, so pretty much bridging the gap can mean a lot of things. I'm going to get into that. The hedge is another thing I'm going to talk about, but what we're going to look at right now is actually, if you Google the hedge in Germany, you're actually going to get a Wikipedia page that's got some crazy stuff. So let me read some of that to you right now. So when we Google the hedge in Germany, we get some results for something called Die GLOCKE, which translates to the bell. And this is the description of the bell. Allegedly, an experiment carried out by the Third Reich scientists working for the SS in a German facility known as Dries, near the Wenceslas mine and close to the Czech border. Die GLOCKE is described as being a device made out of a hard, heavy metal approximately 9 feet wide and 12 to 15 feet high, having the shape similar to a large bell. According to Cook, the device ostensibly contained two counter-rotating cylinders which would be filled with mercury-like substance violet color. The metallic liquid's code name was Zerum 525 and was otherwise cautiously stored in a tall, thin thermos flask a meter high encased in lead. Additional substances said to be employed in the experiments referred to as Liach to multiple light metal included thorium and beryllium peroxides. So these are big words. Cook described Die GLOCKE as emitting strong radiation when activated, an effect that supposedly led to the death of several unnamed scientists and various plant and animal test subjects. Based upon certain external indications, Witkowski states that the ruins of a metal framework in the vicinity of the Wenceslas mine, aesthetically dubbed the Hedge, may have once served as a test rig for an experiment in anti-gravity propulsion generated with Die GLOCKE. Others, however, dismissed the derelict structure as simply being conventional industrial cooling tower. Now, this right here is a picture of the bell. And yeah, does not look a bit similar to something we've already seen. I mean, like, really similar to something we've already seen. Now, it's obvious, but regardless if this leak is real or not, it's obvious what Treyarch is basing this off of. This is obviously real life information here. It's obviously like a real life story here. So they're obviously based a lot of this on what we're reading. Now, I never knew that how much of this was based on real life, but it's actually very exciting to learn now. But back on track, this is a picture of what the bell was supposed to look like, what the designs for the bell were. And, that is very weird in itself and makes me think that this leak is legit. But what I'm about to show you is maybe the final straw before we can, for saying it's fake. So take a look at this. This is a picture of what they think they used to test the bell inside. This I don't want to say arch, this kind of column, circle thing with columns on it. Now, does this look a little familiar? Kind of like this? Yeah, doesn't it look a little bit like the fly trap from Dries? I mean, this is, I'll put it through this way. This guy is really smart at friggin' history, if this is fake. Um, this is a this is brilliant. Whoever, if this guy actually, if this is fake, I don't even care because this guy this is such an amazing freaking story. If you know, if it is fake, but this makes me think it's very real. Look at these two side by side. I mean, the bottom line is that these there's so many similarities here. I mean, this is going right back to Doris and the main story again, and I find it interesting. It's called bridging the gap. So it's almost like we're going back to the main story, to the Doris, kind of feel, the Doris area. We're going back to Germany. We're going back to that kind of story arc, and we're going to connect them together. Now, I have some ideas about how that could happen. Let's say, this is all. Now, this is just me being hypothetical, and this is like a totally hypothetical thing. But what if this place you're going to? It's obviously a Nazi testing facility. You go back to, and it has some kind of link to Griffin Station. And what if you can hear the original characters in Samantha? And the other side, okay, the Easter egg could be like you listen to the original characters or you listen to Richtofen, because they're both trying to steer you in one direction. And maybe if you complete the character side of the Easter egg, you can bring them back or you see them in some form or that advances the story. It all makes sense. Bridging the gap, going back to this old story. This makes me think it's legit. Now, I could be wrong. This could be fake. This could be a very well done fake, like I said before, but this is something to keep your eye on. It seems very legit. It seems like the direction they would take it now. And it also, I think something you might have noticed if you look in the bottom right, that is also what was in the bottom right of the Die Rise loading screen, because they always give a hint to the next map. So, I mean, we're probably going to get the announcement for it in a few weeks anyway, so this would not surprise me. And, this is a big deal. This is a very big deal if you really look at it. So, tell me what you guys think. I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna call it 100% real because I don't have 100% proof, but my gut right now is giving me like an 85% chance this is real because it's this guy did a very good leak if it isn't. So, thanks for watching and tell me what you think in the comments.